For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website. It's channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com to watch us on your mobile device or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. The Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have access to the Eyewitness feature, with which you can share those pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. We're also being joined by Mr. Olaleye Oyebade, the Commissioner of Police in Abia State. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Now, so far so good. We heard from the Chief Press Secretary. Everywhere is calm now in Aba. But can you tell us what security measures you put on the ground to ensure this happened and this will continue to happen?
Right. I can say emphatically that I've been on the road since 7 a.m. this morning to review what security situation is like in Umuahia, because for now I have relocated temporarily to Aba. And I can authoritatively tell you, Umuahia is very calm. Aba is very, very calm. And I'm saying this because we need to reassure all and sundry that we have put up enough machinery that will not make any spillover. Because in security arrangements, when you concentrate in Umuahia, you might think you have taken care of Umuahia, and then something negative starts sparing its ugly head in Aba. So the two major towns, that's Aba and Umuahia, there is relative peace. Calm has been restored.
We sincerely apologize. We appear to have lost contact with the Commissioner of Police, but we'll try to establish contact with him before the end of the program. To Ogun State now, a new polytechnic is to be constructed by the government in Ikoya, and this is according to Governor Ibikunle Amosu while inspecting the site where the institution will be built. The governor assured the residents that the polytechnic will be at a world-class standard.
Ogun State Polytechnic is going to take off from here in October, I think October end or something like that. So we are going to be working 24/7, day and night here. We have promised, and that promise must be kept. And that's why all of us are here. So we'll be here. And it's not going to just be any polytechnic, no. You can take that from me. Indeed, it will be the best that we've had. And it will compete over time, because it will not just be 1 day, 1 year, no. But it will be clearly the best that we've had in this state.
Governor of Ogun State, Ibikunle Amosu. Let's talk health matters now. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency is worried about the increasing cases of measles in the country, as the agency plans to hold a nationwide measles vaccination campaign from the last quarter of 2017 to the first quarter of 2018. The agency warns that states who fail to release their counterpart funds between September the 15th would be stepped down from participating in the measles campaign. But what can we do about this, and how do we reduce the numbers? To give us more perspective on this issue, we're being joined by the Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Fizal Schwab. He joins us from our Abuja studios. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Can you discuss the statistics of the increase in Nigeria over the past 3 years with us?
Sorry, take that again.
We just want to know the numbers. How has it been over the last 3 years?
Right. In the course of the last 3 years, especially since 2014, we've seen an increase in the incidence of measles cases, actually leading to outbreaks in several parts of the country, especially in northern Nigeria. So from 2014 to 2016, we've seen an increase in the numbers of outbreaks from 166 outbreaks in 2014 to 183 outbreaks. And then there's been an increase in the numbers of LGAs that are involved in these outbreaks. Particularly in northern Nigeria, we see that more kids are involved in these outbreaks. About 190 kids per million have been involved in these outbreaks in 2015 and 527 per million in 2016. And that gives us a concern that despite all the campaigns that we've had in this country, we continue to see such concerning numbers of kids that are coming down with measles.
And why is that the case? The North, children under 5, why is that the case?
Well, principally what we're seeing is that there seems to be a reversal of that culture of taking kids to the health facilities to take their routine immunization vaccines. There's an over-reliance on supplemental immunization activities, on campaigns. The bedrock of any sustainable immunization program is the strengthening of routine immunization. And that means we have to get our parents taking their kids to get all the shots that they need when they are due. The campaigns, like the campaigns we're going to have in the last quarter of this year, are supplemental. They do not supplant, they do not take the place of the routine immunization shots that kids must have. And that is the message that we're trying to send out there. Once parents begin to go back to the health facilities in the urban areas, in the rural areas, and ensure that they get their full complement of vaccines against all vaccine-preventable diseases, then we can begin to see a gradual reduction in the numbers of measles cases. Not just measles cases, actually, we can now begin to see our ability to control against all vaccine-preventable diseases. Even the polio that we're this close to eradicating, it requires the kids to take their full complement of oral vaccines, oral polio vaccines through the routine immunization system.
Can you tell us more about the necessary steps that need to be taken to prevent such infections?
So the first thing is, parents need to take their kids so they're able to get all the routine immunization vaccines that they need, especially measles vaccine at 9 months. But where this has not worked very well, we're planning to have a campaign across the country. First in the northern states from the 26th of October to the 1st of November. This is going to happen in the northwest. In the northeastern states, we're going to have this campaign in November. In most of the southern states, we're going to start this campaign next year. However, we're only a few weeks to the commencement of the campaign in the northwestern states. And we're concerned that of all the states that are going to start this campaign, only 4 states have so far released the counterpart funding that is required for us to have a successful campaign. So we have Kebbi has released, Borno State has released, Nasarawa State has released, and also Imo. Imo State has also released the counterpart funding that is required to have a successful campaign. Mr. President has also released the sum of 3.5 billion naira as federal government contribution to ensure that we have a quality campaign. The federal government's contribution is only one step of the way. The states also have to bring their part of the funding to ensure we have a good quality campaign. We've been engaging with the governors. We had meetings with them through the Nigeria Governors Forum, and we've got commitment from a lot of them, from all of them actually, that they're going to release these funds. We're hopeful that by September 15th, that is this week, that all the states, especially the states that are going to be involved in the campaign next month, will release the counterpart funding that is required for a successful campaign. We've also reached an agreement and a resolution, between NPHCDA, the Federal Ministry of Health, and our development partners.
Let's hope that
if states do not put on the table the funding that is required for a successful campaign, then we'll have no choice to step those states down.
Let's hope that doesn't happen. Thank you so much for speaking with us, Dr. Fizal Shuab. And coming up on the program, we move to Cross River State, where agriculture is on the governor's mind. We'll give you more details in a moment. Stay with us.